Beautiful day here finally after 3 or 4 days of rain. So we finally managed to put another bed. This is a veggie bed. So while the plants are small on the 3 rows there in the support row, I'm just gonna put a little bed. So that's just a narrow bed, maybe 60 centimeters wide. So 3 kind of rows of veggies in the middle. And the plan here is to kind of start preparing the soil for next spring, where I want to try and bring some proper grasses into here. But I'm not sure if, manually changing the pasture is not that easy. So I just have a range here, just trying a lot of things out, not sure how it's going to go. We are a bit cooler, so I'm already putting some brassicas there. There's some broccoli, some cauliflower, as well as some kale. And then tomatoes and climbing things on the back with some beans, as well as some cucumbers. And here in the front row, we've got basically beetroots, some basil, as well as some kind of Chinese kind of lettuce, Chinese cabbage, some parsley, some coriander, and some chives. So yeah, also I've decided I had some seedlings of that crotalaria, which is a kind of a perennial leguminous plant. I really like to work with it, so I'll just chuck it in here. Just a bit of an experiment for the transition next spring. So in, I don't know, 3 or 4 or 5 months time, it would be nice to have some kind of plant already working here with a perennial root. And yeah, we'll see how we go. Looking good. So now it's just time to give it a light water and mulch. So there we have it. We covered up, looking nice. Didn't put too deep, probably, or too thick, let's say. Probably only 2 to 3 centimeters down there, really just to protect that soil. It's a fine material. It was quite wet, now it looks quite dry, so we'll see if it's going to be too opened. And we try to close as much as possible, but see that little lettuce there? We don't really want to smother it into wet mulch. We are in the middle of our wet season, so things are really wet. We're getting rain most days, so I'm leaving a bit like that for the plant to breathe. Things a bit bigger, like the tomato here with a bit of basil. I get closer, but not too close, because this could become a bit fungally when it's that wet, and that's not that fine as well. It tends to hold a lot of moisture, and you can see there, really wet, and they can heat up as well. They can really become a little compost. We gotta be careful. So not always too much mulch is the best option. Everything is context based, seasonal based, all those variables that we need to take into consideration. But this looks great, looking great. Some of my seedlings are really poor, others were better, some old, just putting a fair bit of things. In the back here we've got basically kind of climbers. I always like to have a climbers to the west, so I can put a little climbing thing for them, something simple, just to come with them, some like cotton kind of cord, just hang to a wire on the top. And yeah, so climbers here. We got some tomatoes, a couple of beans, different beans there, different types of tomatoes, cucumber as well. So in the center we've got some high kind of mid strata, high strata, longish, kind of 3 months, 4 months, with the capsicum, some of the brassicas there. Trying that fertile area, see what's gonna be there. Trying something different. And yeah, bit of capsicum there. Again, still is not great. And on the very edge there on the left, we've got some beetroots, some kind of celery as well, or not celery, parsley and coriander, and a basil. So a bit of a kind of garden variety thing. So we got plenty here, all nicely mulched. We're gonna monitor it, see how things are moving. So the next couple of days is gonna be crucial to come and have a look, see if it's too wet, too dry. If that mulch has moved as well, and covered seedlings. So overall health, and try to adapt, because the next few days we have a chance of losing a lot of plants. It's always the case, that first transition, and then hopefully they don't deteriorate. I think in the beginning that's what we're looking for. It's more for signs of deterioration rather than growth. And then after 2 or 3 days of stability, we should start to see a little bit of growth. 2-3 days, 5 days, you know, each plant takes a little bit longer, but importantly is not to see them going downhill, getting worse. And that's monitoring, close monitoring, and we keep on planting.